Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our leader, the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Hello, everybody. Hello, OFA. Thank you. All right, everybody sit down, sit down. Get me embarrassed. It is good to see all of you. I miss all you guys. I miss you. I missed you. Well, first of all, can everybody please give Bill a big round of applause for the great introduction and the great work he's done. So proud of him. I want to thank our outstanding partners, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid for being here, and our outstanding Democratic leader in the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, for being here. But mainly, I just want to see all you guys. And say, hey. Michelle says, hey. The girls, they went out to camp. We're a little lonely at home right now. But Bo's still there. Bo says, hey. And it's wonderful just to see all of you from all across the country. I know you guys have all been working hard today. All kinds of training, all kinds of new ideas. Everybody sharing approaches to how we get folks involved in our democracy and our country. And I could not be prouder of not just the work that you did before the campaign and during the campaign, but more importantly, the work that you're doing now after the campaign. It's inspiring to me. And I had a chance to see some of your fellow organizers backstage and talk to them, and it just reminded me of what an incredible cross-section of people we have involved, from rural areas and big cities, educators, business people, folks who are just committed to making sure that the promise of America is not just left to the professionals here in Washington, because that can cause problems, but that folks all across the country are consistently involved and engaged and offering their ideas and pushing and prodding the political system to make sure it's responsive to families. And, since I first ran for office, I've always said that running for office is not just about getting elected. Now, I believe in winning. Winning's good. But you run for office and you win so that you can actually get things done. All right? It's the beginning and not the end of a process. It puts you in a position to then deliver on behalf of the folks that you're fighting for. And I ran in 2008 and I ran in 2012 because I believed that America was forged out of this basic bargain. The idea that if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to put in the effort, if you're willing to sacrifice and make hard decisions and delay gratification, that if you do all those things, you can make it here in America, regardless of where you come from, what you look like, who you love, what your last name is. That was the idea behind the first campaign, and that was the idea behind everything I did after I was president. And the good news is, because of the work that we've been able to do together, and more importantly, thanks to the grit and determination of the American people, we have made enormous progress over the last 5 years. Things have changed for the better, just like we sought to bring about when we worked so hard back in 2007, 2008. But now we've got to keep the momentum going. In some ways, what we've done is clear away the rubble of this incredible crisis that we went through. And now the challenge is to get back to that first order of business, the challenges that were facing families even before the financial crisis and the Great Recession hit. And we've gotten back on level ground, but now we've got to keep climbing. We've got to keep going because there's still too many of our friends and our neighbors and family members who are out there hurting, who are still struggling, who are still treading water. You know, the ground beneath our feet is a little firmer than it was, but we've got a long way to go before middle-class families feel secure and before those who are willing to strive to get into the middle class have more ladders of opportunity. So our businesses have created, for example, 7.2 million jobs over the last 40 months. Fastest job growth that we've seen since 1999, which is good. But way too many folks out there are still looking for work. And for those who were lucky enough to have a job, wages and incomes are still flatlined, whereas for the top 1%, they're still seeing massive increases in their wealth and incomes. So we've got growing inequality in our society and a continued sense of insecurity when it comes to ordinary families. We've seen record numbers of people go to college, but every young person you meet, they talk about the incredible debt burdens that they're carrying as soon as they graduate, and they wonder whether or not they're going to be able to pay it off given their employment prospects. We've seen healthcare costs decline, or healthcare inflation decline since we put the Affordable Care Act into place. But a lot of those savings still haven't been enjoyed by a lot of ordinary families. They haven't been passed on to workers. And so across the board, we've made progress, but we haven't yet delivered on restoring fully that basic bargain that we believed in.